purple and gold. We're underway from Brooklyn in the summer. Doncic pull up.
Gets that easy jumper.
Commit drives on Reeves and by in this opening quarter. A lot of it with Luka Doncic. Here's Austin.
And he must be aggressive with LeBron.
Elite fives of setting the tone almost behind his head. And it's 3 and 8 down the stretch of the regular season with leave it. Butler attacks.
Yay, after that trade. And
in the draft when he was drafted, you just
his entire career. Impressive.
Leave, deep one, Doncic. One of the biggest reasons that Gold State can hit Ayton. Push him.
Defense, a must for LA. You got to. JJ Redick talked about Ayton
relinquishing so much size. Curry, Vincent, leave it. Ayton might have walked. It's Curry again. Similar spot. Forward all time. Doncic looked at all the time. 10 to shoot. Great year for Rui last year. Back door and he won't get it off. In the game for the first time in a Lakers uniform to shoot. Attacks, hooks, Gary.
Great defense.
Steph Curry last year averaged there. We'll have to check that first game. Exactly what he does. Payton missed the bunny. Grab the rim. Steve Kerr again wanted distraught that they didn't call the basket.
Of course, Drake
seemingly clear, and that's what Steve Kerr's trying to get. Doncic step back three. Deals with some numbers. Payton attacks.
And he's kind of cool too.
He is cool.
Getting frustrated there with the basketball.
For 6 start, he does have 5 rebounds. And all of that experience coming into play. We saw Warriors have missed 5 in a row. Kuminga.
Engaged defense here from the Warriors.
Doncic. That is just 2 in the first. Curry on the step back.
Potent scores we've ever seen. I'm just giving the Lakers trouble.
Oh, the lock on him. Goes right to work. Butler
still has a lot left.
A little bit of an ankle issue, but
best. I mean, 23 and 8 down the stretch.
Built smart. And Doncic discards him. Buddy hit for the Warriors. Doncic is fit. You know, I was very cognizant. I've been top producer in the game, but have a do-over.
I love it. I love it
so far.
And it's the active.
Starting 8 Laker turnovers. The Warriors spin. Butler, quick corner. Puts it up. Got fouled. So Reeves back to the free.
Defensively, you have to exceed.
That's incredibly rare after just as being an important voice for this team.
By the Lakers.
But Jepsky, oh,
that would be fun.
Would it warm your heart? It's from the 90s. Warriors will attack. Lob it up.
Hayes fueled by the defense.
Bartlaravia, Vanderbilt, and Hayes. To Butler's going to have to put it up.
Could certainly come back to hurt the Lakers. Made a great point. The natural.
Great at each stop, but Chicago then minutes tenure with the Heat.
Yeah, everywhere.
So the Warriors will start to the rack, stops, and they're going to call the travel. Vincent fires with another mark of leadership. Can't make the defense pay. LaRavia attacks on Butler. Spin.
Did a good job defensively.
A lot of that getting guys involved.
Young career.
Post, leave it, but Jepsky to be one of the building blocks. Draymond said, be careful what you wish for, young Arabia. Right to his body, can't bank AI on heels, and then another turn. Draymond Green into his second 40% of possible games over the last weeks leading into this season opener.
He has an edge.
And that makes him of what's happening around him on the floor. Paul Reeves got to start this game and start this season. Shoot, attacks, floats, and
state.
Reeves floats, and 40 to play in this first half. So 11 Laker turnovers. He stays off the floor. Shimmy shake for Butler.
The angles, obviously.
That was impressive. Positive force with his teammates as he recovered.
Back.
Yeah, these guys know just the Mount 5 rebounds. Well, mid-range so far this time will go inside draw.
Ayton and goes to his bottom. Curry getting involved.
That is something that, friend, if you're 6'2", but you're 200. It's a 6-point Golden State advantage. Leave it for Hachimura on the pop. Late flop. Al Horford gets open. Doncic stop and start move. He dropped from the end of last season. Pace is clear, but the defense is what. Curry all the way. Covers the other way. Lob it up for Payton.
Energy on both ends on display.
Just past the midway point.
Did the same thing, a little push off.
At the halfway point of the game.
Contact is unnecessary with a high potential.
Deemed unnecessary, and now he and Curry the floor to start this game.
Call for a flagrant one. We know
words to describe him in a very positive. Our colleague at NBC, Mike Robinson, and Curry was getting a lot more defensive attention. Maybe we'll talk trash to that man ever.
It's one of the great players.
Curry relocates.
The free throw to get you going. And
Doncic inside for Weir. Hook it inside. Horford. Smart all the way. On NBC. Now Curry is trying to keep it rolling, and there's that. Curry up off the screen from Hachimura. Fades. Kuminga loads it up. 18 in the NBA and 8 travel.
And just, as you said, Butler
with his new team. Curry, the look away on the attack. Floated up and instead with 2:46 to play in the second.
For a shot.
Either way, he was fouled.
Well, he's a guy, he's experienced.
Doncic and 8 claims. Couldn't catch it cleanly. Pajemski trying to...
He's a double-double machine. He's averaged that for
fouls on Draymond Green. And now fouls for the Lakers. Bonus situation down for Hachimura. His three is good. Curry off the screen.
For fouls. You don't mind that physicality.
Go to NBA.com and visit the NBA. Curry to the rim. Ski. Fly by. 3-ball. Oh, Doncic, a deep. Doncic drills the three. Pump. Fire. Of his 22 in this second quarter. He's got 82 of them in his career, which was far lower.
You said Reeves and Doncic have been...
He leaves it for Kuminga. And with this team, as Doncic goes, put that one down. Really closed, it feels like, half the time. Play like Sean Marion. That's a Sean Marion. Butler takes flight. And for awesome pace-wise last year.
Not settling for threes. He's hit...
Looking for 4 on the clock. He has to fire.
Think for Kuminga, you don't...
Well, before he got hurt last year, it's Vince Sammy. Butler goes right at him.
Yes. There he was aggressive.
Towards the end of the season as Hachi
posts him up.
This time he goes right down.
Year after year, that...
Really... Asked Steph about it. He said they spent a couple days fit for an emperor, and guys, Steph...
a beautiful home, and this was... He wanted to show working against Reeves, draws the contact.
When is our broadcast team getting it in?
There's no wine in the city in Boston, and they were in 99 victory. And tonight, earlier, in a very short time, but Doncic 6 since the half. Backs down, Vincent floats it to Doncic. Lakers right to work. He just barrels through.
Just out of sorts. Certain run here in this third quarter.
Butler.
Doncic here in this third.
Back to where Steph is going to be, and Curry said that as try to follow that guy around 94 feet.
I mean, the energy, the professionalism.
Watching him doesn't make you want to come back as...
Yes, I would come back, but I want to be ML Carr. Little jab there. I like that.
Kick out. Kuminga again. Points in this third quarter, and yet he can't stay. This time he's looking for 3. Just
15 turnovers in the first half. 29 seconds in the second.
J.J. Redick.
And so Kuminga had
career high in threes already with 4. 7, as Steve Kerr talked about, to him find a lot of the other stuff is going to come for him individually. LA can capitalize now. It's 8.
Someone else has got to get involved.
Horford outside. His 3. The head down. Gets inside. Flips it up. So a delay of game. Hey, we already said the Emirates NBA Cup championship points. Doncic has 31 and 10. Heel. Deep ball. Fends off on Horford.
This end, everything too easy.
And on Doncic. Attack mode
for the Warriors.
Passes to the locker room as Butler goes.
Excuse me. It just takes his time. Austin Reeves is not.
Then on Prime Video Friday, Boston and New
York. That energy and that toughness.
Order. It's healed again. On Butler gets to the rim for defense in the second half. They were blitzing him to say a score, but they're not letting everybody else get. Luka against Horford. Here's the mismatch side. Attacks. Lobs.
Done throughout his career, and Hayes.
But well short. Pritchard's there. Short. Rebound. Laravia. Butler. With 20, Pajemski got it off in time. Captain court. So far, he's got 35 points and Smart.
Oh, you can't take Luka out.
State side as he's come off the bench. Smart in rhythm. It in for Butler. Smart's in fact a chance. Same spot for Hield. Knocked away by Green. And the Rams were instilling, as allowed them to do is know that when it was second down and he's got 4 fouls now as kid.
More of that here in this fourth quarter.
Butler working on Smart. Hield, another 3. Reeves nearly lost it. Holding on to 5 fouls. He draws. Meanwhile, the Lakers, Laravia, one of the acquisitions this summer. Scooped up by Butler with spin and spin. You're seeing with the bench responses. Attack mode, gets to the rim, fade. 9. It's Horford. Curious how you've recovered after Steve Kerr. Just enough. Horford's factor for this team this year. 8 to play. Doncic goes right to work. Floats to Laker walking into this building, seeing and be here for the foreseeable future. Hachimura's response.
For taking the foot off the gas at times.
He gets inside. Trailing the play. Catch and finish.
Give credit to the Lakers defense.
Attack mode for 10. Draymond Green will try.
And hit a big time 3.
Reeves slicing through the lane. For a Laker team that last Jimmy Butler by himself is 14 door. It's Butler, patient for Butler. Reeves
understands LeBron James, and you have to win, but
Butler down the middle.
Butler making him pay.
We're so multiple. And now with a 10-point game. Reeves, three.
Curry, Jimmy.
Butler, bounce. Payton for points. On the attack for Kuminga up high. Curry, deep one. Base in downtown Los Angeles. Not as needed. 30 has performance to start the season for the Glazers heroics. Role for Jonathan Kuminga with this team as Doncic goes. And one eye was all he needed to put that one down. This game with his eyes completely closed, it feels like half the time. Said Sean Marion. If he could play like Sean Marion, that's a Sean Marion in the open court. Doncic, bounce it. Butler takes flight. And Warriors team that necessarily was super awesome pace-wise last year.
What I like is he's not settling for threes. He's hit.
Leave it for Kuminga. Has not been shy. Looking for. Keeps the head up. It's Kuminga with 4 on the clock. He has to fire.
Third quarter, knocking down 2 big threes. I think for Kuminga, you don't.
15 points per game. He's playing really well before he got hurt last year. It's Vincent, former teammates in Miami. Butler goes right at him.
Vincent Butler, and he looked to pass. There, he was aggressive.
Success with their small ball lineup last year towards the end of the season as Hachi
Back to let him back down. Vincent posts him up.
This time he goes right down.
So good drawing fouls, but year after year, that's so effective at coming out.
He hosted the entire team at his house. I asked Steph about it. He said they spent a couple days. Said that Jimmy's wine cellar is one fit for an emperor. And guys, Steph
got a pretty good setup in San Diego. A beautiful home. And his rationale behind creating this was he wanted to show 12 to shoot for Curry. Working against Reeves, draws the contact on Austin Reeves.
So no, I'm just curious, when is our broadcast team getting it in? Maybe we'll come to mind.
Yeah. There's no wine. They're tied for third in record, only behind Oklahoma City and Boston. And they were with the Admiral leading a 110-99 victory. And tonight, earlier, both have talked about publicly trying to build in a very short time. But Doncic in this third quarter, the Lakers now 2 for 6 since the half. Hajemski as Butler backs down. Vincent floats it. And the weak side board goes to Doncic. Lakers more claims it inside. Ayton goes right to work. He just barrels through.
And for the Lakers on the offensive end, just out of sorts, certainly, as they've been on a 16-4 run here in this third quarter.
Butler
not been aggressive. Neither has Doncic here in this third.
Back to an exact idea where Steph is going to be and Curry is 100% of the time, which is easier said than done. As I'd imagine it is exhausting to try to follow that guy around 94 feet.
I mean, 37 still. The energy, the professionalism are out here with this movement.
So what you're saying is watching him doesn't make you want to come back as
all the cuts. And to your question, yes, I would come back, but I want to be ML Carr.
Are high quality.
Yes. A little jab there. I like that.
Curry, right past him. Kick out. Kuminga again. Jonathan Kuminga now with 11 points in this third quarter, and yet he can't stay 4 assists. This time he's looking for 3.
a distraction, and then of course those 15 turnovers in the first half for these last 5 minutes 29 seconds in the second.
JJ Redick.
Lakers as a team only 10 points, so Kuminga has off of his energy and shooting.
Has equaled his career high in threes already with 4, 7, and a lot of it will come down, as Steve Kerr talked about, to him fighting at the highest level. If he does that, a lot of the other stuff is going to come for him individually that he would. In this game, see if LA can capitalize now. It's 8,
but someone else has got to get involved.
Fields on the attack. Horford outside, his 3, back the other way. Reeves puts the head down, gets inside, flips it up. Will not be a challenge play. So a delay of game.
Get that?
Hey, we already said his entered for a chance to win a trip to the Emirates NBA Cup Championship. This back to single digits. He's at 13 points. Doncic has 31 and 10. Heel, deep ball. Doncic off the screen. Fends off on Horford.
To this Laker team, but they got to get stops on this end. Everything too easy.
Golden State in the third. Working on Doncic. Attack mode.
The offense is flowing for the Warriors.
He's always smiling. Brings a light to the locker room as Butler goes off
2 feet, excuse me. It just takes his time.
Way to play in the third quarter.
Austin Reeves is not.
NBA Finals, Denver and Golden State. Then on Prime Video Friday, Boston and New York.
And Jackson Hayes on the floor. Can they bring that energy and that toughness?
Really use a run to end this quarter. It's Healed again. Doncic fend off on Butler. Gets to the rim against Doncic for this Warriors defense in the second half. They were blitzing him the set one-on-one. They're allowing him seemingly to be a scorer, but they're not letting everybody else get back to Smart. Now it's Luka against Horford. Here's the mismatch. State. That leaves Doncic open on the outside. Attacks, lobs,
back. What he's pretty much done throughout his career. And Hayes,
the third. But Teal from the logo. Well short. Pritchard's there. Doncic step back. Short. Rebound. Laravia. Butler with 25 goes to work. Leaves it. Pajemski got it off in time.
you got to coordinate.
You've got to coordinate. Luka has not sat in the second half so far. He's got 35 points and Smart.
J.J. Redick with Reeves with 5 fouls. You can't take Luka out.
They love providing a lot of that for the Golden State side as he's come off the bench, splits the double team. Hook it outside. Smart in rhythm. Hield has the hot hand. Get it in for Butler. Smart's in foul. And Pajemski poked it away, and a second chance. Same spot for Hield. Hill attack. Sky had it knocked away by Green. That's something that he loved that the Rams were instilling as plays that they put in. He said what it allowed them to do is know that when it was second down.
But he impacts winning to the highest degree.
He's got 4 fouls now and finds his way to the bucket.
Contact. Expect to see more of that here in this fourth quarter.
Use this home crowd. Butler working on Smart. 4 to shoot. Green, swing it. Healed. Another 3. Reeves nearly lost it. Luka Doncic, and with Reeves holding on to 5 fouls. He draws bench for an extended seat here. Meanwhile, the Lakers are trying to play through 5 fouls. Laravia, one of the acquisitions this summer. Hayes on the attack, knocked away by Green. Scooped up by Butler with ball night. Spin and how much energy he can provide, and you're seeing with the bench responses. 6 to shoot. Doncic back on the floor. Attack mode, gets to the rim. Fade struggle has been from 3, where he's just 2 for 9. It's Horford. You know your limitations. I'm just still curious how you've recovered after Steve Kerr.
Up there, you know.
Just enough.
You noticed it too.
Just enough. Horford. Feels like Kuminga's going to be the X factor for this team this year. Doncic leaks out. Hield gets back defensively. Doncic goes right to work. Floats it about. There's something about being a Laker, walking into this building, seeing, and so he was excited to get a deal done and be here for the foreseeable future.
Right away, this young player.
Hachimura's response.
They're known for taking the foot off the gas at times.
39, 12, and 8 for Doncic. He gets inside. Numbers for the Lakers. It's Ayton trailing the play. Catch and finish.
Right now, just out of rhythm. Give credit to the Lakers defense.
It's a 7-0 run. Reeves, attack mode for 10.
Game, as you said.
Working on Doncic. Draymond Green will try.
Just checked into the game and hit a big-time 3.
Now can the Lakers do the same? Reeves slicing through the lane. One of the biggest storylines of the night for a Laker team that last year. Jimmy Butler by himself is 14-5 to play. Warriors looking to close the door. It's Butler, patient. 9 points in the season opener for Butler. Reeves.
Great footwork. Understands Austin Reeves as we see LeBron James, and you have to wonder here tonight for his Laker team, but he is sparking.
He's a shining star. Butler down the middle.
Butler making him pay.
In years past when they were dominant, they were so multiple. And now with back to a 10-point game. Reeves 3.
You're going to see a steady diet here of this Curry, Jimmy
Curry. Hook it. Butler bounce. Payton for around for Doncic with 41 points. On the attack for Butler 3. Kuminga up high. Payton 7 to shoot. Curry deep 1. Like tendencies showcase in downtown Los Angeles.
Oh my.
As always, when the big shot is needed, 30 has.
It's big time for Steve Kerr and his Warriors.
Their final score, a strong performance to start the season for the line behind Curry and Butler's heroics.